Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hitting back at all the barbs and needless criticism of the BJP, the party appointing Basavaraj Bommai as the new Chief Minister of Karnataka has virtually pulled a rabbit out of a hat and surprised the opposition completely. Quickly ending speculation, the BJP has swung into action to appoint Bommai. Close confidant of B.S. Yediyurappa, who joined the BJP in the year 2008, is highly influential and a respected leader belonging to the Lingayat community. Son of a former Chief Minister, Bommai has served as Minister of Irrigation and has been credited with implementing some of the complex projects to improve irrigation in the state of Karnataka. An engineer by profession who worked in the private sector will now have big shoes to fill in with his predecessor, Yediyurappa, stepping down. Here's what Bommai told the waiting media persons right after his appointment as Chief Minister of Karnataka earlier this evening.
It's a big responsibility in the given situations. I will strive to work for the poor, downtrodden, and as per the wish of our Honorable Prime Minister and our Honorable Home Minister Amit Shah ji and Nadda ji, under the guidance of our leader, our beloved leader, Sanmanya Shri Yediyurappa ji's guidance, I will strive to work. It will be a pro-people and poor people governance.
Did you know about this or was it a total shock for you? Did you know about this or was it a total shock?
No, it was really, I never expected it. But however, I had a belief in my hard work and it has paid.
While dismissing criticism, the BJP had gone about their own business in a swift manner, appointing the new Chief Minister within in fact 36 hours of Yediyurappa resigning, rejecting taunts of rebellion being thrown at the BJP, the party taking the blessings of Yediyurappa while appointing Bommai, who is considered to be his close aide. Finally, the biggest factor while choosing the new Chief Minister was also addressed pleasing the Lingayat community to which the new Chief Minister belongs. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings me to the legitimate question on the News Hour tonight. Has the BJP silenced Karnataka critics with this new appointment, keeping away any speculation, any mystery really away? That's the question and the debate. Bommai after BSY, that's the hashtag and the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Before I get into the debate, I want to go across to our reporters. Imran joining me live from Bengaluru. Also Deepak with me. Deepak and Imran, very quickly, all the suspense being settled. Even though there were many claimants for this post of the Chief Minister, do you think this is going to be a very disciplined manner in which transition of power will take place from Yediyurappa to Mr. Bommai?
Well, this is...
Yes, it looks like, the best choice right now in front... Yes, it definitely looks like the best choice, that the High Command could have made, considering their options that they had, because Basavaraj Bommai has been somebody who's considered close to B.S. Yediyurappa, considering the fact that Karnataka just has about a couple of years before they once again go into polls. They definitely want the backing of the new leader, of B.S. Yediyurappa, to in fact back the new leader, because it's not going to be easy to take Yediyurappa on after, of course, his resignation came by. He even shed tears while he resigned, and that itself was widely circulated among the Lingayat community, and there was a lot of flack that the BJP received. But now replacing B.S. Yediyurappa with Bommai will calm a lot of nerves within the community. He, of course, has a clean image, so that's something that the opposition really can't take on. And also with B.S. Yediyurappa somewhere supporting Basavaraj Bommai, the odds of BJP coming back to power in the next couple of years has only increased much more, if not deflated. So these are all the permutations and combinations that they kept in mind, and it looks like with his prowess that he's had, and especially in the last couple of years, he's been very close to the current administration as well. Any meeting that the Chief Minister has participated in, you've seen most of the meetings Basavaraj Bommai being there, giving instructions even to B.S. Yediyurappa despite his seniority, telling him how to go about things. So he has always been the helping hand, the right-hand man of sorts for B.S. Yediyurappa. And so he knows in terms of administration how to go about things. And also coming from a political family who has already had, his father has been a chief minister, and he has held multiple portfolios which have been of great importance in the state of Karnataka. So definitely, the High Command has played it not just safe, but also it looks like they played it right as far as the combinations are concerned. There has been internal rebellion, mind you, within the BJP as well.
So let me ask you, Imran, the real question will be, there were so many aspirants for the top job in Karnataka. Are those aspirants going to fall back in line with the announcement of Mr. Basavaraj Bommai as the Chief Minister?
Well, the High Command, given the chances, as Deepak was saying, has chosen a very senior-most leader. And also keeping in mind Yediyurappa, who has stepped down, and someone Yediyurappa will, be acceptable to both parties and very all. This is be a win-win situation for the BJP here in Karnataka. Of course, the people who couldn't make it, there will be a hard burn. But it looks like being made Basavaraj Bommai as the Chief Minister, it will be a smooth transition now from here. There will be, like Yatnal and Bellat were quite hoping that the High Command will listen to them and choose one of them as a candidate, but that hasn't happened. High Command has gone with Basavaraj Bommai, a very senior-most leader, also close confidant of B.S. Yediyurappa, and someone who has been to held many portfolios, and one of senior-most leader. He'll be able to handle that's what the High Command believes and trusts him, that he will be able to manage and make the transition from B.S. Yediyurappa to take the BJP now towards the next phase of BJP here. Earlier, BJP in Karnataka was associated only with Yediyurappa. Now Basavaraj Bommai is the next phase of it.
Well, clearly it seems the BJP has weighed its options well and taken a calculated move with the appointment of Mr. Bommai, 61-year-old former Home Minister, close aide of B.S. Yediyurappa, and also hailing from the Lingayat community. Ticks all the right boxes, and it seems like a completely smooth transition, at least from the way things have panned out so far. Thank you, Deepak and Imran, for joining me and introducing our panel this evening. Joining me this evening is Nupur Sharma, spokesperson of the BJP. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author. Also with me this evening is Ashutosh Mishra, a senior journalist. But my first question goes to the Kannadika on the panel, senior advocate Sanjay Hegde. Sanjay Hegde, there were a lot of apprehensions that had been expressed by the opposition party that the ordering of a resignation from B.S. Yediyurappa was an autocratic move, and the state would plunge into uncertainty with so many claimants to the seat. But it seems like all that was just too soon a criticism, because the BJP seems to have managed the situation in less than 48 hours and have a new Chief Minister for the state, a man who is from the Janata Party family, joined the BJP in 2008 and has been the right-hand man of B.S. Yediyurappa as well. So, do you think criticism came in too early?
If you could ask your production team to increase my volume, I can't hear you very well. But be that as it may, let me wish the new Chief Minister of Karnataka all good, all success. The point is that, as you said, he came from the Janata Party family. His father, S.R. Bommai, was a former Chief Minister and was also the petitioner before the court in the famous S.R. Bommai case. Mr. Bommai has been a close aide of B.S. Yediyurappa since the time that Mr. Bommai joined, Mr. Basavaraj Bommai joined the BJP. Now, the one thing that occurs to me is that the BJP did not want to repeat the Congress's mistake when Mr. Virendra Patil was changed as chief minister. That took the Lingayat vote away from the Congress, and it has never come back. However, today may be also a case where the other communities in Karnataka say, do we not matter? If you are going to replace one chief minister, one Lingayat chief minister with another Lingayat chief minister, then do the other communities not get representation? However, there are 2 more years to go for the election. I do think that a lot of things will be papered over. One last thing before I go. The heads of the Lingayat Mutts, the pontiffs, came out in massive support of B.S. Yediyurappa when he was asked to resign. It does look like some kind of compromise formula has been found. Whether it will work, only time will tell.
Well, Nupur Sharma, the question is, the Congress was looking for some fireworks, some solace in Karnataka, solace that they could not find in Punjab or Rajasthan so far. Do you think the appointment of Mr. Bommai is going to be something that will be acceptable to all of those aspirants who thought they had a chance at the top job in Karnataka?
Good evening, Navika, to you panelists and obviously to the viewers. Well, certainly, no panelist can put forth an argument wherein the gist of the argument is, oh, well, Congress made a mistake. Why did BJP not make that mistake? Until unless there are people who are unhappy with the choice of the chief minister, which, mind you, is the prerogative of the ruling party there. It is not that Mr. Bommai is not already serving as the Home, Law and Parliamentary Affairs Minister in the state of Karnataka. It is not the case that the gentleman started his political career in 1998 from the Legislative Council of Karnataka. It is not the case that he is a learned man, he is an engineer and has served in a top corporate company in India as well. Not the case he has not performed. He is the first ever MLA to have actually overseen a 100% piped irrigation project in his local constituency. My point simply is, of course, it's the BJP's prerogative. The legislative party meeting was called at 7 in the evening today. The central observers reached Karnataka earlier in the day, towards late afternoon. That much I can tell you. And I think only after consultation, very senior people, Mr. Reddy, Mr. Pradhan, very senior people were sitting there. Mr. Arun Singh, who's our National General Secretary, they know what they're doing. It is only after consultation with everybody else, given that the internal party constitution today says that once you hit the age of 75, you should actually just take a back seat. We have many able leaders, Mr. Bommai being one himself, and they should come forth. And it is not to say that Mr. Yediyurappa has not come forward to say not only will he actually contribute and work towards the 2023 Karnataka elections, but also that he wishes to see in 2024 the duo of both the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji and our Home Minister Shri Amit Shah ji come back to power. So what I'm trying to say is that I don't know what the criticism is all about. Perhaps the Congress would be better suited to answer, Navika, as to how the health minister actually walked out of the assembly today. Because a fellow MLA from his own party alleged that his convoy, his car was attacked by the Honorable Health Minister. When your own house is not in order, when you have no internal democracy wherein you can decide who is going to be your next president, it just, this is a ball which just, or a dice which just rotates between the mother and the son. I think, Congress would be better suited not to find criticism when none exists, as far as the BJP is concerned.
Well, आशुतोष मिश्रा जी, कांग्रेस को बड़ी चिंता थी कि कर्नाटका में सब ठीक ठाक हो जाए, बीजेपी संभाल ले क्योंकि उनके बस की बात नहीं है, लेकिन ये सब तो बीजेपी ने संभाल लिया. अब कांग्रेस क्या कहेगी?
ना रहे ये सिद्धांत है यहाँ पे बीजेपी का. तो in spite of all its high falutin and diatribe against the opposition, what have we seen in Karnataka? First of all, that BJP it prefers to have a dynasty over a कार्यकर्ता, because we have been hearing this that in BJP कार्यकर्ता पन्ना प्रमुख को बनाया जाता है. But what happens here is that a dynast and that also a non-BJP root person is made the chief minister. And why? Because of caste politics. Well, let's remember what was the warning given yesterday by the Lingayat CA, that BJP will drown in the tears of Yediyurappa. So to today say that everything has been smooth is just like trying to put up a brave face when you have to again bend before a regional satrap. Let's remember all this high talk about Yediyurappa. Yediyurappa himself wasn't able to win the state for the BJP. And they had to ultimately use the money, power and Pegasus to form the government in Karnataka. So now that BJP will come out strong is, well, I think it's counting the chickens much before the eggs are hatched. Coming back to Mr. Bommai,
आपके चिकन्स तो, लेकिन आशुतोष जी, आपके चिकन्स तो बहुत घूम रहे हैं, राजस्थान में भी घूम रहे हैं, पंजाब में भी घूम रहे हैं, छत्तीसगढ़ में भी घूम रहे हैं चिकन्स. आप उनको संभालिए ना. आप बीजेपी के चिकन्स, वो लोग वेजिटेरियन पार्टी है, उनके चिकन्स को आप चिंता मत करिए. आनंद रंगनाथन
ये आप ये गलतफहमी कैसे कर रही है कि वो वेजिटेरियन पार्टी है? वो तो आप कहते हैं कि जो है जब गए थे राजनाथ सिंह तो 20 पार्टी से उनको जो है मेघालय में किया गया था. तो ये सब आप जो है वही जो एज आई सेड, इंस्टेड ऑफ द सेम लॉजिक अप्लाइज टू बीजेपी. You are more worried about you keep talking about Congress because BJP's own regional satraps are getting stronger. Whether it be Hemant Biswa Sarma in Assam. Let's remember what happened in Assam also.
Sorry, the question was...
And what happened in Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath.
Sorry, the question was asked.
Dr. Anand Ranganathan, आशुतोष मिश्रा जी की ये प्रॉब्लम है कि बीजेपी के रीजनल सत्रप्स आर गेटिंग स्ट्रॉन्गर. हिमंत बिस्वा शर्मा, well, as far as I know, Himanta Biswa Sarma, Sarbananda Sonowal, the transition was smooth, and now Yediyurappa to Bommai, the transition, continues to be smooth. The problem in the Congress party is that there is no transition happening in Rajasthan because the old guard is holding on to the chair, the new guard, the young Turks, not getting their chance under the sun. And we've seen how the transition of power has happened in Punjab as well. So is the Congress really in a position to point fingers at the BJP?
No, good evening, Navika. No, absolutely it is not. But first of all, my congratulations and best wishes to the new Chief Minister of Karnataka. May he do well. But I have to say this, my good friend Ashutosh Ji. Today he's made 2 points and both of them are so valid that I back them completely. Except Ashutosh Ji, here comes your criticism, which is that he, of course, is being hypocritical because he is accusing the BJP of exactly the things that Congress has been practicing for 70 years. Now, point number 1 that he made was absolutely true, which is that the BJP has also chosen a dynast. And number 2, also not only a dynast, but also a person who is not originally from the BJP RSS fold. So just to rub in, to my very good friend Nupur, now BJP has 2 chief ministers, one in Assam and one in Karnataka, that are not from the BJP RSS fold. But the problem is Congress has been practicing this for the last 70 years. I mean, Ashutosh Ji is talking of dynasty politics. Congress ne aur kiya hi kya hai? But coming back to this very quickly, the 2 points I'd like to make. Number 1, normally when somebody quits or resigns, Navika, the public knows कि भाई ये resignation क्यों हुआ है. यहाँ तो पब्लिक को छोड़िए, मुझे लगता है कि मिस्टर येदियुरप्पा को भी नहीं पता होगा कि वो क्यों रिजाइन किए हैं. I would like to ask the BJP spokesperson why did Mr. Yediyurappa have to resign, especially when he was this quote unquote awesome architect of BJP wresting power from Congress JDS 2 years ago. So what was this reason that has not been given to the public? I hope BJP insiders like Nupur know the reason. And number 2, which stems from, is a general philosophical criticism I have, and Mr. Hegde mentioned this. A lot of people have been mentioning this, which is, you all the time you talk about Lingayat community. I mean, we are the people who criticize the caste politics and vote bank politics whenever elections take place in India, don't we? And here we are. in a progressive state, highly urbanized state with a lot of educated population, we cannot but escape constantly talking about Lingayat community, placating Lingayat community. So when are we going to rise above the caste politics? Are we ever going to? That is the question that we at least must ask ourselves.
Fair question raised by Dr. Anand Ranganathan and Nupur Sharma. You will have to respond to that question. In 2021, we are still subservient to caste combination, which is why a Lingayat chief minister goes out, another Lingayat chief minister comes in, because that's a community you have to placate. Number two, there is another conspiracy theory that is doing the rounds, and that conspiracy theory says that when the cabinet reshuffle happened, and now with B.S. Yediyurappa making way for Bommai, the Vajpayee era stalwarts have now moved out. Prakash Javadekar, B.S. Yediyurappa, these were all discoveries, and these were all people who had worked with the Vajpayee-Advani duo, and now that generation moves out, giving space to new. How do you respond to these two questions?
Well, Navika, I think I answered question number one of Professor Ranganathan when I started with my comment. The party mandate today is that once you hit the ceiling age of 75, you should take very consciously a back seat and allow other younger people to come about. Not to say that we are bereft of any talent. For that matter, those people saying, "Arey, dynasty kardi," I think Professor Ranganathan hit the nail on his head. Perhaps Mr. Mishra does not know of a certain gentleman called Sri Narendra Modi ji, who happens to be our Honorable Prime Minister. I would like Mr. Ashutosh Mishra to answer as to what dynasty does he, the Home Minister, Sri Amit Shah ji, our President, Sri Nadda ji, Jairam Thakur ji, Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji, Yogi ji, Dhami ji. I want to know what kind of dynasties do they belong to. For that matter, I've already also answered as to how merit would play a big part as to what our choice is going to be. Himanta Biswa Sarma, does anybody have any allegation or any fingers to raise as to how he has been an architect as to ensuring that our party does exceedingly well in the state of Assam, and perhaps ensuring that electoral base has increased in the Seven Sisters? As far as Mr. Bommai is concerned, I have already told you as to what his credentials are. What factors make a chief minister or make a choice for the central leadership? There are multiple factors, and I think today it would be a bit rich for a party or anybody supporting a party called Congress to come out and say that nahi, yahan to caste bhi factor tha. There can be multiple factors, including the fact that he was already serving as Home Minister of the state, including the fact that he is at an age where he can serve the state for the next 3 terms at least, including the fact that he has been a successful representative in the assembly as well. So, you can perhaps go on, making guesses and perhaps criticizing. I would just, at the cost of repeating myself, ask you to please look within your own home. What is happening in Chhattisgarh? What is happening in Rajasthan? What is perhaps actually happening in Punjab as well?
Well, Mr. Sanjay Hegde, can't quarrel with that. The fact is, as of now, smooth transition. The fact is that, we can be in denial about, caste conversations and caste combinations, but it is also a fact that it is a strategy of every political party and every election in any part of India. Caste does play an important role. So to begin to question that, oh, you've looked at a Lingayat leader, or why have you done that in 2021? Do you think, it's only a question that should be raised of the BJP, or do you think it's, countrywide? You can ask this question of any political party and the answer will be the same?
Well, every political party plays the caste card. As they say in India, you don't cast your vote, you vote your caste. Given that, any political party would be foolish to ignore a major community. But here, please look at the sequence of events. Chronology samajhiye. Yediyurappa, who is the tallest leader among the Lingayats, is asked to resign. There are Lingayat former ministers from the Congress who come out in his support. Then the various Lingayat mutts, the heads of all of them, come out, and there is a huge meeting on the palace ground. So it does look like one community has exerted pressure, saying that it can only be their community man who will be Chief Minister of Karnataka. Will the rest of Karnataka go along with it? Will the rest of Karnataka accept the BJP's choice? That will be seen in a couple of years. At the end of the day, one thing I must tell you, Karnataka has suffered through this continual change of chief ministers over the last few years. We would like somebody steady. As the only Kannadiga on this panel, I would like for my Karnataka to have a steady chief minister who is not given to too many announcements, but keep a steady hand. I hope Mr. Bommai does it. If he doesn't, or if others rock him down, then the consequence is likely to be favorable to the BJP. That's all I'd like to say today. Let this play out.
Well, Nupur Sharma,
Navika, can I get 15 seconds, please?
I think there is merit in the fact that 75 is an age that was seen as a cap, and you know, it's right that the average age of the population of most of these states is way below, and therefore the old order should change and the young people should come into administration. Having said that, Mr. Yediyurappa crossed the age of 75 3 years ago, but you used him till such time that you could topple the Kumaraswamy government and stabilize the BJP government. So people are going to ask you this question that, you know, rules to suit you, rules can be bent depending on the political expediency.
Navika, there is no denying that he's been a very tall leader of our party. There is also no denying, I think we all remember how the matter was also taken before the Honorable Supreme Court. Vacation bench had to sit. In fact, it was not even a vacation bench, the first Saturday of the summer vacation in the Supreme Court. And how floor test became such a huge issue. I clearly remember being in the Supreme Court. I clearly remember being on debates for this issue. So this is obviously a natural transition period wherein the most popular leader, and you would remember how there was an almost hung assembly, we were the major party, yet we could not form the government, and how he was the most popular leader and what actually ensued. So there obviously has to be a transition period. Secondly, you know, I would just say this much, you know, Mr. Hegre, with all due respect, you said he was asked to resign. Well, by who? Well, because perhaps you seem to know more than Mr. Yediyurappa. He's gone on record in his interview to say, which I was reading yesterday, I'm under no pressure.
Come on,
I have not been asked by anybody to resign. Perhaps,
we were all watching that space. So let's not pretend wide-eyed innocence that he was not asked to quit. Nupur Sharma, चलिए जाने दीजिए ना. अब बीत गई बात गई, पर ये कहना कि उनको कहा नहीं गया था, उन्होंने अपनी इच्छा से रिजाइन कर दिया, फिर भी रोए. You know, let's not go that far in stretching the facts of the case. But breaking news coming in, Mr. Bommai is. I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you, Nupur.
But Congress, Navika, allow me. I'd rather believe what the gentleman himself has to say than you and me doing some sort of anklan. He's not gone on record to say anywhere that he was asked to resign. Perhaps when he says it, he's a responsible person and a senior one at that. Perhaps when he says that, should we be having this kind of discussion and debate and speculatory, if at all? Oh, इन्होंने बोल दिया होगा. I think otherwise it would just, you know, take away the very importance of the debate.
Nupur Sharma ji, you've had your say. You've had your say. But kindly, अखबारों में जो छपता है और टेलीविजन पे वो गालिब ये ख्याल अच्छा है. Yes, you are absolutely right, Sanjay Hegre. But the transition happening, 11
ज़्यादा
11 a.m. tomorrow. Nupur Sharma, come on. 11 a.m. tomorrow, breaking news coming in, will be the oath ceremony
So please tell
of
me the name who
Mr.
asked him to
Bommai
resign.
as the new Chief Minister
No,
of
what? Come
Karnataka.
on. Might as well take the name. I would like to hear from Mr. Sanjay Hegde. Seems like he seems to be sitting in the parliamentary board more than the parliamentary board members themselves. Please बता दीजिएगा कि किसने किसको फोन किया था. आप लोगों को ज्यादा आंकलन बहुत लगते हैं. योगी जी का फोन नहीं उठाया.
लॉयर टू लॉयर, एविडेंस प्रेजेंट करिए संजय हेगड़े जी. लॉयर टू लॉयर हो गया है और हम तो जज है नहीं.
अच्छा, तो
आप ही बता दीजिए. उन्होंने
तो आप क्रोनोलॉजी समझिए. आप क्रोनोलॉजी समझिएगा. जुलाई 10 को येडियुरप्पा जी दिल्ली आए. दिल्ली को उन्हें बुलाया गया. उस वक्त कुछ नहीं था. हाँ, बड़े प्यार बड़े अदब से येडियुरप्पा जी आए. अच्छे फोटो थे प्रधानमंत्री जी के साथ. फिर जब चले गए तब भी उन्होंने बोला कि हमें पता नहीं, 25 तारीख को हमें पता लगेगा क्या हमें जाना है कि नहीं जाना है. और 25 तारीख के बाद भी अगर कोई सिग्नल आता है तो मैं सोचूंगा मैं त्याग पत्र दूं या ना दूं. उसके बाद 26 को जब उन्होंने त्याग पत्र दे दिया तो आपकी पार्टी ने वो लीक कर दिया था कि 10 तारीख को ही उनसे इस्तीफा मांगा गया था और ले लिया था. तो ये मत
हमारी पार्टी ने लीक कर दिया था.
आप भ्रमित तो है.
किसने लीक किया था? मिस्टर हेगड़े.
पर कुछ भी कहने से थोड़ा सा तो हिचकाई.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
नहीं, Mr.
we are here sitting on an issue. You know, this is a news debate, analysis debate. फिर किसी दिन नुपुर जी आप चेकमेट करती रहेंगी और संजय हेगड़े जी आपको रिस्पॉन्ड करते रहेंगे. But really, the real development that people of Karnataka want to know is that tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, Mr. Bommai, the new Chief Minister of Karnataka, will be sworn in. Mr. B.S. Yediyurappa was by his side when that announcement was made. And clearly, it seems that the former Chief Minister is supporting the choice of the new Chief Minister. And he was his close aide in any case. Seems like a smooth transition. Questions will be raised by the opposition, but is that really important? Because the opposition that's raising these questions has enough of their own problems to solve in many parts of the country. Thank you very much to my panelists for joining me on debate number 1. Taking a short break, the sedition law debate coming up on the other side.